Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Franklin here, and today I'll be showcasing another Wi-Fi battle against one of our members of the Battle and Trade community. You can check us out in the description. So the team that I'm using up against his team is a Sandbounds team that I think Blunder used in SBL. I don't recall. Yeah, I think it was SBL. Obviously, it was Sand Rushing, Excadrill, or more so of a Sandbounds team with Z, kommo-o. And looking at my opponent's team, as you can tell from the Cresselia, Crawdaunt, the Lola Marowak, this is a Trick Room team that he's using. And pretty interesting they're using Celebi. Maybe we should have a Zumaro. But, I can't judge. So it's the battles between fast versus slow. Which speed tier wins? We'll probably find out soon enough. I will apologize in advance since I haven't been uploading consistently like I wanted to. So I will apologize for that. And yeah, Pokemon has been pretty slow for now. Up to Sword and Shield. As we're getting more news with Sword and Shield, I'm really excited for the game, and I can't wait until it drops on November 15. And I am debating about whether recording a playthrough, since I want to play this game on my own time without any limits. So let's begin with this battle. So he leads off with the Celebi. I lead off with the bad boy, the game winner, Excadrill. So I'm gonna go off with the Ironhead because why not? As I just get off a nice chunk of damage, and Celebi just gets flinched. It was awesome. So I switch out because either he's gonna hit me with the Earth Power, or I am just gonna get wrecked by Trick Room as I get up with my Sand Upper over here, which is fine by me. And he does end up getting the Trick Room, which is whatever. I got the T-Tar in and I got the Pursuit, so I am litty right now. So he gets buffed. He gets hit by the Sandstorm, which is fine by me. I go for the Pursuit, not knowing that I'm actually he's gonna stay in. Which is awesome. And now it's a Z-move Celebi, which okay, that's cool. You're gonna go with the Earth Power, are you? So I could have just crunched there and just killed this thing. Because technically I was faster. And I am Brave Natured Tyranitar, which means that I am even more slower than a good chunk of his team, I believe. Actually, no, that's a lie. Only Celebi is faster. So he goes for the Z Earth Power, and it does nothing. It doesn't even do half, like you weak ass green onion. So I take all the damage. I switch out because I expect something to happen here, a Giga Drain or something. So I go for the kommo-o here, and he goes for the U-turn. Now I kind of messed up right there. I should have just pursued it, but I didn't know how this guy played, so I was like, I'm just gonna play it, cool, calm, and collected. Bull Bomb Collective. So going to the Mega Mawile here, which is decent for him here. Now the Mega Mawile in Trick Room is kind of scary because I know this thing has Swords Dance, and I know this thing can mess me up big time. So I go into the Excadrill predicting either Sucker Punch or Play Rough, depending on how he is. And again, it's another Mega Mawile that is shiny because screw the original non-shiny one. Goes for the Play Rough. Gets me, does way too much, and I'm just gonna get some leftovers back because I can, because why not? So here's like the mind games begin, because it's like, well, Sand is still up and I know a Trick Room is still up, so I kind of have to play very, very carefully. Goes for the Fire Fang, which is nice to know since I don't want to deal with any predictions in regards to steel types on my team, which is only Excadrill, and I have Tango too. So he withdraws the Mawile and goes directly back into Celebi, which is fine with me, but I have Heat Wave, son. And I fire off the Discharge just in case he switches out too. So Celebi gets hit, and this Celebi is just getting chipped after chipped. But I do have the Heat Wave, I believe, on this Zapdos, or Hidden Power Ice. So I do go fire off the Hidden Power Ice, and I knock that Celebi out, so that is one Trick Room user down. And I believe I have like 3 more to deal with, in forms of Magearna and Cresselia, which that's not even 3, that's just 2. So here comes the Magearna, and this Magearna is kind of a problem in Trick Room, since it's basically offensive Trick Room. It gave, essentially, when this Pokemon was released, it gave Trick Room a whole dimension of weapons it can use for Trick Room. Since Magearna is very valuable in Trick Room, and Trick Room is valuable for Magearna, I go for the knockoff because obviously we know what the Z user was, so I was like, okay, cool. So it's a Shoka Berry, which is nice to know since I want Excadrill to destroy this thing with absolute power. So I fire off the Earthquake from Tangrowth, and now again, we are continuing chipping his Trick Room users. Doesn't do too much since my Tangrowth isn't obviously, it doesn't have that much offensive physical prowess. So it goes for the Volt Switch here, and I am just expecting whatever, probably like a Marowak here, and I actually do end up with the Marowak. Now, the question here is, should I go for the knockoff here, get rid of its big item, or should I, go into kommo-o and be a punching bag for Trick Room? So it fires off the Play Rough, which is fine by me. That doesn't really bother me too much, and that does a lot. And he burns me, of all things. Now, the question is, should I get my rocks up, or should I just fire off the Z move? So he goes for the Shadow Bone, because remember, I am still under Trick Room. So the punching bag has been deleted. I repeat, it's been deleted. Now, since the dimensions are back to normal, I can get my Excadrill in, baby. And I can get a Swords Dance if I want here. Or fire off the Earthquake. I expect him to go into Cresselia here. But, slowly but surely, I'm going to get some of my HP back with my leftovers. So, pretty cool. My Excadrill is starting to heal itself. And it's very important that Excadrill starts healing itself because I need it to be healthy as possible to take a possible Sucker Punch and or a +2, which is kind of hurts my team right now. So, I got my Tyranitar in because there's no way this Cresselia can do anything to this T-Tar, because how the hell is it going to be the T-Tar 1v1 if its only other moves could be Moonblast or Ice Beam? So he switches the Cresselia out, but you know what? I predict that, of course, and go for the Pursuit, and does quite a bit. That's a lot of damage. Of course, it's double on double damage because Pursuit power doubles when opponent switching out. And it's basically stab, so it becomes a little more powerful. So I go into the Tangrowth on the switch of his Magearna because I want to keep the T-Tar alive as much as I can. And he's going to go for the powerful Floor Cannon, which does quite a bit to me. But because it's a -2 on him, I am able to live any attack it throws at me the next time. So I go for the Earthquake because I want to continue chipping the Magearna, because that's another Trick Room user that I'm trying to get rid of. And now it's in the danger zone. Goes for the Volt Switch here, which is fine by me. I expect the Alolan Marowak to come in because there's no way you're going to manage to go into Mega Mawile and just screw things up. So it does end up going for Alolan Marowak. At this point, kind of thinking about my choices here. Should I keep the Tangrowth? And I am going to keep the Tangrowth because of the Magearna. I go into the T-Tar here. Completely fine by me. He's going to go for the Flare Blitz, and this Flare Blitz is going to do a ton. Yep. It's fine by me because the Alolan Marowak is getting chipped by the storm, but because luckily for me, the sand is going away. I go for the Pursuit expecting to switch out. I should have crunched there. But regardless, we get the damage going, and it missed the Boomerang, like woo! Or the Bonerang. Dodging these attacks here. I go for the Pursuit again, expecting to switch out. And we're able to knock out the Marowak, which is awesome because that's a big threat against my team. And now the Mega Mawile is my only gigantic threat. The Crawdon is whatever to me. You can kill me, I don't care. But I decided to switch out because I want to keep some of the sand going. So I go into the Zapdos here, and the Crawdon goes for a +2 here. And I'm like, oh, baby, this is not looking good. I could fire off a Discharge, and I think that's what I end up doing in this one. And if the Cresselia comes in, it's going to be in the world of hurt. Goes for the Aqua Jet, which isn't going to do too much to me. I take that back. It did a lot. I mean, it's +2 and adaptability. But he gets a static. He got punished for that play. And now I fire off a free Discharge here, and I'm able to knock the Crawdon out because its special defense is trash. This is awesome. We're taking away his weapons now. And I'm in a healthy position right now. Very healthy. Cresselia, I expect it to come in. There's no way he's going to go into the Magearna because they want to risk losing that. So I switch out and I go back into my T-Tar. My boy Reptar here, firing off another round of sand. And yep, Trick Room. I expected that. Now, Healing Wish is a very big possibility for Cresselia right now. So I decided to go for the Pursuit. Or no, I go for the Crunch because I knew that the Healing Wish was going to happen. But what? You thought wrong, boy. I am slower. Ha! Because I'm Brave Nature. So I think that threw him off right there. So in comes the Mawile here. And this Mawile might get up the Sword Stance, but I have to attack this thing now. So it goes for the Fire Fang. I guess he was expecting the Excadrill, which is fine by me. So my boy T-Tar did his thing. He kept everything in check, which is fine. So I go into the Low Bunny because now I have to kill turns on the Trick Room. So I am going to go for the Fake Out here. And, you know, I will expect him to attack me or just get up the Swords Dance if he has it. But so far he has not shown that he has it because I'm not letting him. So I go for the Fake Out here. Doesn't do too much. But the importance right here is that I have to get rid of Trick Room since now his team pretty much can't do things on its own without 3 Trick Room users. Is now becoming very variable for me. Goes for the Play Rough here. Does not get the static triggered, which is whatever. Usually never does when I need it to. So now I can go into the Excadrill. And this is why I need an Excadrill to be healthy. Because I fire off the Earthquake expecting the Sucker Punch, and he does not have the Sucker Punch. And since this is Stab, there's no way Mawile can you know, deal with that. Even though it has good HP somewhat in Trick Room. There's no way it can survive with that. Even if it was a Adamant or Charlie Excadrill. I'm not saying what it was. But anyways, we're in the end game so far. And yep, I'm not going to allow Magearna to get Trick Room up. And since Shuka Berry was gone, I don't have to worry about Earthquakes being a hit or miss on it. So that was a pretty interesting game. And in the end, in the battle versus speed tiers, the fastest one made it to the finish line. I feel like that's a redundant statement. But anyways, thank you guys so much. And again, I will try to upload more videos in advance, just so you guys can have more content to enjoy. So anyways, it's your boy Franklin signing out, and I will be uploading more battle videos in the future to Sword and Shield when things will get more interesting. So peace, guys. Enjoy your Monday.